Ẹ kú ọjọ́ àwọ̀ ẹ kú ìjọ ìtàdọ̀gún àbọ̀rọ̀ àbọ̀yè àbọ̀ṣiṣẹ́. I greet you all on this day of Oseifa, on the day of the Itadogun. This is a day of worship. This is a day of introspection. This is a day of reflection. This is a day of celebration, of praise and reverence. Because this is the time where we Ifa devotees sit down all over the world in our respective communities and we pay reverence to Oromila, the guardian of wisdom, the patient dispenser of knowledge. We sit down and we give thanks and praise to Oromila for all of the support and the blessings that come from his teachings. And as such, we typically will cast Ifa on this day at these regular intervals. And as is my own practice, my habit, I like to appreciate and really take guidance from the specific directives that come from the sacred text. What does the Odu say? I don't want to speculate and try to put things together just based on my own intellect, but I want to know what exactly does the sacred text say about this moment? How do I optimize this particular moment? And has been very instructive and helpful in facilitating spiritual growth and understanding for me personally, and as well for the people that I teach and guide. But likewise, it is also my habit to sort of aggregate the wisdom of Ifa and look at what do we see in the collective messages when we examine the percentages of messages that Ifa might give, right? What's the trend? What's the tendency? What are some of the recurring motifs that we see in the sacred text of Ifa? And one very important message that we see is the importance of, or the recurrence of, travel, right? If it's a deity that's traveling from heaven to earth, if it's Oromila traveling from one kingdom to another, if it's a farmer or a businessman who's traveling from the farm to the town or from the farm home to the city home or vice versa, we keep seeing this theme of travel. And travel is, on one hand, it's a magnificent metaphor for transformation. As a matter of fact, you may or may not know, but Yoruba ritual and ceremony are conceived of as journeys. In other words, when you do a ritual in the Yoruba tradition, when you do any ritual, we understand it to be a journey. When you go through any elaborate ceremony, initiation ceremony, annual kingship ceremonies, these are understood to be journeys. And if you can sit down with a ritual specialist who is willing to explain it to you, they'll break it down. This is a journey. This exemplifies how we are moving, this spiritual energy from one place to another for this particular purpose. Even life itself is understood as Ijolaye, the journey of life, right? And what happens? The journey of life is spent here on earth, but it begins in the heavenly realm. And so we say no journey is complete until you return home. So we understand that everything that we do during the journey of life here in the world is only preparation for our divine return to the source, the unseen realm, the place from which destinies are chosen. So journeys and traveling are essential to our understanding of what life is all about. What are we really doing? Why are we truly here? It's a journey. It's a journey. And so right now you may hear some sounds in the background because I am literally on a journey right now, and I'm in new surroundings. I'm seeing new faces. I'm having different kinds of conversations. And as a result, different ideas cross my mind, or ideas that I have thought many, many times before filter through this new environment. I see them differently. I understand them differently. And as a result, I grow, I expand, I change, I aspire to improve through this internal process. And so I encourage everyone to travel. It doesn't have to be an elaborate travel. You don't have to travel across the ocean. You can just go from one city to another. Travel to a different city. Drive for a few hours into a town near your own. Have lunch. Have conversations with the people. Learn about the local environment. Who are the local characters? Just be a good, attentive observer and evaluate based on what you see and what you hear. What were your first assumptions? What did you think? What did you expect? And how were your expectations and your ideas affirmed? How were your ideas and expectations challenged? And what do you learn from both? This is an opportunity for you to grow. This is an opportunity for you to change. Even if you can't travel to another city, in the midst of your regular week, take a different route. Take a road that you don't ordinarily take. As you're going down a familiar path, veer off, take a right, and just dip into a new neighborhood and check out what's going on. See how the houses are built. Go into a local store, buy a pack of gum, some water, right? And just observe. It's travel. That is all part of the journey. But also open yourself up to a larger journey as well. I think as you're able to venture out on little miniature journeys, like I just described, it will open your mind and give you the kind of emotional flexibility that will make you more receptive and open to the positive experiences that will come from taking larger trips. And then you can start looking at going into different states, traveling to different countries, going to places where they speak different languages other than your own. Either way, what I'm encouraging you to do is take ownership of your transformation. It isn't just about going to a different place and having a different experience. It's about you being deliberate and purposeful about owning the journey of life, being responsible for your own transformation. Don't leave it to chance, people. Don't wait for some huge cataclysmic event that will drive you from one place to another and force you out of your comfort zone. Choose it purposefully. Choose it bit by bit. Every single day, take a small adventure to expand your horizons, to broaden your understanding, to affirm your deepest values and challenge your deepest values. It's the only way that you're going to grow and understand who you are and why you're here. The only way for you to know what you have is to test it, is to challenge it. And travel is a phenomenal way to test who you are and challenge what you know and allow you to affirm the most important core values, natural gifts and talents and perspectives that you brought with yourself into this world. And ultimately, I want to remind you that the reason why we do such a thing is so that you can get better, so that you can reach deeper, so that you can go higher in your service of bringing about positive change for the people who you are destined to serve. This is quintessential to your role as a leader, as a keeper of a key to a door that only you can unlock. If you refuse to take that journey and you refuse to identify your key and to identify the door that you are destined to unlock, so many of our own problems will never be solved. We are waiting for you. Take the lead on your own transformation. This is what it means to live the medicine. And so, as is typical, I want to invite you to join us in the Orisha Lifestyle Academy, because it is there that we seek leaders. We seek spiritual leaders. We seek spiritual guides. We seek people who want to broaden their frontier and want to make a contribution to the tradition. Of course, we serve and we want to see people's lives improved, but we're also looking for people who don't just want to take from Orisha, who just want to take from the community. We're looking for people who want to leave a legacy. We're looking for people who want to make a contribution to this magnificent tradition. People who want to be able to say that in my life, in the journey of my life, I added something to the ancestral promise that I know could not have existed unless I showed up and showed up fully. So please join us in the School of Orisha Studies in the Orisha Lifestyle Academy, and let's start living the medicine that will heal your life and heal the lives of those who you are destined to serve. Aboraboye, Aboshishe.